how to start an email marketing agency in 2026. First of all, I wouldn't recommend it. And this is coming from somebody who runs their own email and SMS marketing agency. Here's the thing. The reason you're probably on this video is because somebody told you to start an email and SMS marketing agency, which means that there is this impression that the barriers to entry when it comes to starting an email SMS marketing agency is low. And the reality is, it is. To do a decent job, i.e. get to 80% of where most marketing agencies are when it comes to email and SMS, doesn't take that much time. It's that last 20% that does take a lot of time. But here's the thing. That 20% difference, going from good job to great job, the price discrepancy, and I put my own agency in that great job area, the price that you can charge for that difference isn't nearly as high as what you could charge in a different space. So let me explain that. First of all, in the agency space, pretty much every 18-year-old child wants to get rich and start an agency. And the reality is that it's actually quite hard to, first of all, build all the skills to actually learn how to sell and do all this kind of stuff, but also to understand the fundamental skill sets that you're gonna want to start an agency. And to train yourself up to get to like a stage that, makes you actually competitive, you want to do that in a space where you can charge ultra premium, very high rates. And in the world of email, it is very hard. You are capped at about a 5 to 10K a month retainer. And I know for some of you, if you're thinking about starting your own email marketing agency, that seems like a lot. The reality is, it is not. I have friends who run agencies that charge $25 to $50 to $100,000 a month, or even doing equity deals with certain businesses because the skill set that they have and the problems they solve are inherently more valuable than what email marketing does. And the fact that everyone thinks they can start an email marketing agency shows that the market in itself is saturated, meaning that you're going to be competing with a lot of other people on price. Now, with that being said, if you're still watching this video and you're like, Gavin, shut the f up, you don't know what you're talking about, I'm starting an email marketing agency in 2026, this is how I would do it. Now, my name's Gavin. I run an email and SMS marketing agency. We do about anywhere between 50 to 80K a month in revenue, USD. And I make these videos to document my own journey, share insights, tips, and tricks, and hopefully give some advice to people who are in a similar position to me. Now, if I was starting an agency in 2026, the first thing I would do was make sure I actually had the skills that would be required to service my clients. i.e., do I know how to do email marketing? And it sounds stupid, but I see so many people try and get into this space without any knowledge of how to actually deliver the service relatively well when it comes to email and SMS marketing. So the first thing you want to do is actually learn those skills. There are two ways you can learn these skills. The first way is to study on YouTube, do a bunch of research on the platforms, or even learn the skills while burning clients, right? Saying yes, lying to clients, doing the work and learning as you go, but that just burns your reputation. The better way to actually get the skills as an email marketer is to work at an email marketing agency and do it for dirt cheap. This is how I started. When I first started my business, or rather my journey with email marketing, I actually freelanced at a couple of agencies and I was paid terrible for what I think my worth is. I think I was paid like 15 US dollars an hour to do email marketing, which as a college graduate is quite low. But I learned the fundamentals of how to deliver a service, i.e. an email marketing service, to clients and the ins and outs of email marketing while getting paid. I was getting paid and I had the security of a job and I was delivering email marketing. So that was cool, right? But while I was also learning how to do email marketing, I was also learning about the systems and internal processes that an agency had to actually service their clients from a higher level perspective. For example, I learned how people manage their tasks in Asana. My voice is parched, I'm gonna get a coffee. This is how you know I'm a serious gentleman, because I drink coffee. But I was able to follow like systems and processes from other agencies and figure out what was working well and what wasn't working. And I basically learned first not how to like set up a campaign or build a campaign or script an email or design a segment, but I also learned all of the systems and processes behind actually giving or delivering a holistic email marketing strategy and doing so at scale. So I was able to learn fundamentals of email marketing, but I was also able to learn the inner workings of how an agency delivers a service like that. I highly recommend you go that route. Get a job, work for jack shit money, but learn. After about 6 months, you'll be pretty much where you need to be to then start building your own systems and processes. Then, while you have the job, continue to work that job, but gradually start looking for other clients. I see so many people, I'm gonna drink my coffee right now. Oh man, that's terrible. I see so many people try and start their agency without having any income coming in. And I highly recommend thinking about it like this. If you're a monkey in a tree, you wanna make sure that you have another branch in your hand before you let go of the other branch. So make sure you have, while you're working your job, an intention to get new clients, right? You wanna be actively looking for more work while you have your job. And then once you max out your time, for example, you don't have enough time to service both your clients as well as the job that you have, that's when you get rid of the job and then go all in with your agency. But never just start from scratch. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and go out there and get my own clients and have no money, because I guarantee you it takes longer than you think to get your agency off the ground. Now, you're probably wondering, how do I get those clients? That's the question everybody seems to ask. When you're first starting out, the reality is you first need to build out systems and processes, and you need to know exactly what you want to be delivering to your clients. So have a clear offer. For example, I'm going to give you 10 campaigns, it's going to cost you this much. The way that you want to get your first client, or at least the way that I did for my first client, was I went to networking events, and then I also did very aggressive, hyper-targeted cold email. I recommend, and I still think this would work, also cold calling, but I recommend subscribing to as many newsletters as you possibly can if you're doing email marketing, recording individual Loom videos, auditing the email marketing strategies for each of those accounts that you download, and just manually trying to reach out to the owners of the companies with the video that you recorded, showing them everything that they did wrong, and then offering to fix it and improve it. I did that when I started my email marketing journey. I recorded 600 different Loom videos, I was subscribed to 600 different newsletters, and I sent 600 different emails with personalized Loom videos, and I got my first 9 clients that way. And that is how I built my business, because then I used those first 9 clients, and then I reinvested the money into YouTube production, into getting more referrals, into more networking events, and then my agency slowly grew. So, starting an email marketing agency in 2026, first of all, don't do it. Second of all, if you do it, get a job at an agency, train up, get good. Then, as you get good, gradually start looking for other clients by going to networking events, manually reaching out to people. If you really have balls, maybe, I'd never mind. But manually reach out to their clients, cold call if you can. And then once you have enough clients to support both, well, really just to support yourself, get rid of the job and go all in on building the agency and gradually start building it that way. That's how I would do it. That is actually literally how I did it with my agency. If you have any questions, let me know. Once again, I make these videos just to document my own journey, have a little bit of fun. So ask any questions that you have, subscribe to my newsletter in the description of this video, check out my email marketing channel. I have 2 channels, by the way, so check that out. There should be a link in the description if my video guy has done his job well. Subscribe to the channel. I love the validation. It's kind of all I've got going on nowadays. So subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, 3 videos every single week.